Hello friends, I'm Nishik and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a website for religious organizations, for a church or for a mosque using WordPress. Now I'll be using only free resources to create this website, like we'll be using a free theme, free page builder and only free plugins. And also this website is 100% mobile and tablet friendly. Now before we proceed further, before we see how to create this website, let me first show you a very quick demo of the website that we'll be creating. So this is the website that we'll be creating in this video, and again let me remind you, we have used only free resources to create this amazing website with all these different features that you see on your screen. With the donation feature, with the events feature, you can create different events, you can create different campaigns with all the different features. This is done for all free. Now the page that you see on your screen is your home page, and in this, if you see at the top, we have our header. This is a transparent header. You can have a regular header or you can even have this transparent header. Now at the very top you have the top bar. Here you can display your phone number, email address, your address, or if you want you can even type in some text. So if you're creating this for a church or for a mosque, for a masjid or for a temple or for some other religious organization or religious places, you can have your respective details over here. Then after that you can also enter different social media pages. So if you have a Facebook page, Twitter account, Instagram page, you can add those links and these icons as well. Then we have the main header. At the left hand side in the main header we have the logo, so you can replace this with your own logo. Then we have the menu. We have created and we have added different pages. As you can see, we'll be creating the home page. I'll show you how to create the about page. Then as I said you earlier, we'll also see how to create events. We'll create an events list page and we'll also see how to create the events detail page. Then we'll be creating some other pages like the volunteers page, campaign list page, all these pages, blog page, shop page, contact page, all these pages will be created. Then in the header we have this donate now button. So when somebody clicks on this button, they will be redirected to some payment gateway. You can integrate any payment gateway with this website. I'll show you how that is done. So based on your country, you can select some other payment gateway and you can integrate that with your website. So whenever somebody clicks on that, they'll be redirected to this page. They can increase or decrease the amount that they want to donate. They can click on update and after that they can simply enter their card details and they can donate to your website, or basically they can donate to your organization. Let's again come back to this page. Now the very first thing that we have, or the very first section we have, is this slider section. So this is a slider section. I'll show you how to create this slider and then we can redirect our users to different pages. Then when you scroll down, if you have partnership with different charity organizations or brands or sponsors, you can showcase their icons over here. Then after that we have the icons box section. You can see we have three options over here. If somebody wants to become a volunteer, they can click on this button and they will be redirected to that page wherein they can sign up for a volunteer. Then if somebody wants to donate, they can simply click on this button. They will be redirected to that donation page. If somebody wants to partner, they can click on this button and they will be redirected to that particular page. Then when you scroll down, we have this section. You can display different counters over here. So 15,000 volunteers or whatever your number is, how many sponsors, branches, awards you have, or how many people you have helped, all those details can be entered. Then we have a subtitle, a title, some text, and you can also add these details. Now based on your organization or based on your whatever type of website you are creating using this video, you can update the details related to that. Then when you scroll down, we have the campaigns page. So we can run different campaigns. For example, this is one campaign that I'm running, financial help for poor families. So we have raised around $7,000, remaining $10,000 expiry date. You can enter all these things. If somebody clicks on donate now, they can donate it. Or if somebody wants to see more details about this campaign, they can click on program details. Then they will see the detail page. You can have the title at top. Then when you scroll down, you have the image, the main image for the campaign, the title, the progress bar, how much money or how much percentage of money you have raised, the goal, detail about this campaign, some related images, your main goals, everything. Then at the right hand side we have this donate button. If somebody wants to donate, they can click on the button and they can enter whatever amount they want. For example, this amount, they can click on next, enter the detail, and in the next step they can enter the payment details or card details and they can make the donation. Then after that we have the more campaigns option. So if somebody wants to see some more campaigns, they can see that. And if somebody wants to contact you, they can simply fill in this form and click on contact. Okay, so this is the single campaign page. This is how your single campaign page will look like. Let's again come back to the home page. Then we have few more things. If somebody wants to contact you, they can fill in this form. You can also give some video. So if you have any video related to your organization, you can integrate that video. Somebody clicks on this button, that video will show up. So I have integrated my video, my most famous video, how to create a free e-commerce website. Then when you scroll down, you'll see the events page. So basically we can create different events. So if there is any lecture in the mosque, or if there is any sermon in the church, or whatever it is, you can create an event for that. Or if there is any program, or if there is any event or any program in this particular place, then you can create an event for that. People can see the details related to that, timing, place, everything. Again, if they want to see the details, they can click on view detail. Now they will see the event details page. So again, title at top, some image, and after that, you have these text, more details about the event, where it is, when it is, all these details, location. You can also integrate Google Map. And again, because this is all related to donation, we will always give this button. If somebody wants to donate, they can click on this button. Okay, again, let's come back to the homepage. Let's see some more things. Then when you scroll down, you can also enter your volunteer details. Okay, so this is how that thing will look like. You can also add different blog posts, and these blog posts will help you to get some extra traffic through Google search results. And with that, I'll also show you how we can add different audios and videos. For example, in mosques, in masjids, we have Friday lectures, and we have some other lectures, weekly lecture, monthly lecture. So if you want to integrate that, if you want to upload that, I'll show you how you can upload it like this. As you can see, let me decrease the volume. So if somebody wants, they can simply see this audio. As you can see, this audio is playing. And after that, if they want to download the audio, you can do that thing as well. If you want, you can integrate, or you can embed your YouTube videos as well in this page. I'll show you how that is done. And even if you have any live thing going on, if you're doing some YouTube live, I'll show you how to integrate that thing as well on this page. So basically, I'm trying to include every possible thing that a church or a mosque does. Then after that, you can see some more details about the author. If somebody has some question, some comment, they can comment it over here. And at the right hand side, we have some widgets related to that. Now this is how your page will look like. Now we have completely seen the home page. Now let's see the about page. Now this is how your about page will look like. Again, I'm saying, if you want to change the text, for example, if you're not doing anything related to clean water, you can change the icon, you can change the text, and you can type in something else, whatever you're doing. Okay, this is just a simple demo of how your about page will look like. All the content, all the text will be changed by you based on your based on your programs or based on your activities. We have seen the events detail page. Let's see the event list page. So you can create this event list page. This is how it will look like. Okay, if somebody wants to see all the events in one page, they can come to this page. Then we can also create a volunteer page. So in the home page, we just displayed 3 main volunteers, okay, or 3 main members. In this page, you can display all the members that are connected with you. And then we have some more page. We have seen the campaign detail page. Let's see the campaign list page. So this is how your campaign list page will look like. So here you can list all your campaigns in one place. Okay. Then we have the blog page as well. So as I said earlier, you can create blog posts as well. And there are many different styles for this. For example, you can display your blog post in slider. You can display it like this. You can display it like this in grid form, list form. All these different options are given to you. Then we have the contact page as well. So if somebody wants to contact you, they have this page. If they want, they can see your exact location on Google Map. They can see your address, phone number, email address. Obviously, if you want them to see this thing, you can enter those details. Or if somebody wants to contact you, they can simply fill in this form and submit, and this form will be submitted. You will see this message, and if you want, you can reply them. Then at the bottom, we have our footer and all. Okay. So this is the page that we'll be creating. And also one more thing, this website is also 100% mobile and tablet friendly. Let me show you. So as you can see, if you see this website in a mobile phone, this is how it will look like. Your menu, if your top menu will be like this. Okay, this is your top menu. Then we have your icon or your logo. Then you have the menu. This is how it will look like. Now everything else has adjusted based on the device size, as you can see. So it is 100% mobile and tablet friendly as well. And creating this website is also super easy. There is no coding or anything required over here. You don't need to know any HTML, CSS, PHP, Python, anything like that. This is all simple drag and drop. So anyone can watch this video and create this website. Now if you like this demo website and if you want to create this website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And before you proceed further, make sure to also subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubt, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now, let's start creating this website. Right, now to create any kind of website, whether it's a religious organization website, an e-commerce website, a simple blog, or a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nayashik.com. All these things are different domain names. So we'll also have to register a new domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Hosting is basically a server or a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website including all the different pages, all the different campaigns, the database of this website, in fact this entire website is saved in a computer and that computer is running 24/7. So that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you've selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. You will get better ranking in Google search results and other search results. And with that, your website will also be 100% secure. So for anybody to attack or hack your website, it will be almost impossible. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a bad hosting, a cheap or crappy hosting, your website will load very slow. It will not get better ranking in different search results. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you one thing. Just open a new tab and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now this is the hosting that we'll be using, A2 hosting. This is one of the best hostings available in the market. Now here as you can see we have 4 different plans: Startup, Drive, Turbo Boost and Turbo Max. Now by the way, this is the only thing that you need to create your website. Rest everything is free. For example, your theme, plugins, everything else is free. This is the only thing that we need to purchase. Without this we just cannot proceed further. And this is also very cheap. You don't have to spend a lot of money over here. As you can see, the pricing over here is very affordable. Now first of all, let me explain you the main difference between these 4 plans, and after that we can see which plan you want to select. Now if you see, the main difference is how much websites you can create. So with the startup plan you can create one website, and with all the other plans you can create unlimited websites. Now let me explain you what does this mean. So today you're creating this business website for your business or for some client. If you want to create only this website, make sure to select only this startup plan. You don't need any other plan. You can just select, if you just want to create this one website, you can select startup plan. Now tomorrow if you want to create another website, maybe your second, third, fourth website, you cannot do that with this startup plan. You will have to either upgrade your plan to Drive or some other plan, or you'll have to purchase a new plan. Whereas if you select Drive or any other plan, you can create unlimited websites. So today you can create this website, tomorrow for your second, third, fourth website, you don't have to purchase a new hosting plan. You can host and you can add all your websites in one single hosting. Now the second feature, as you can see over here, is unlimited SSD storage. Now this is really important. Now most of the hosting providers, they give you unlimited storage. For example, 5 GB, 10 GB or 20 GBs of storage. But here you're getting unlimited data storage. And most importantly, this is only SSD and NVMe storage. Now this is the fastest, most reliable storage. So when your website is hosted on SSD or NVMe storage, your website is around 30 to 40 times faster as compared to some other regular hosting. So very important, this makes your website very fast. Then after that, we also get free and easy website migration. So if you already have a website created on some other hosting, and if you're not satisfied with the speed or with the support or with the performance of your website, you can easily migrate your website to A2 hosting for absolutely free. I'll show you how that is done in the next step. Then we also get free automatic backups. So your website will be backed up every single day automatically. So even if something happens to your website, you have the automatic backup. You can easily restore your website. Now we get many more features. If you hover over key features, you can see We get unlimited transfer, we get 24/7 support, 99.9 uptime commitment, free SSL certificate, website staging. Now this website staging is a premium feature which is not available in most of the hostings, but here as you can see we are getting website staging as well. We have some growth features as well. If you hover over this, you can read about that. So for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with the Drive plan. Obviously, if you select some other plan like Turbo Boost or Turbo Max plan, you will get even more resources, you'll get even better performance. But I think you can start with the Drive plan, and once you think that you need more resources, your website is become very heavy, or you have a lot of traffic coming to your website, then you can later on upgrades to some other plan. But now you can start with the Drive plan. So simply click on this button, Get Drive button. Now you'll be redirected to your domain page. Now if you're doing this for the first time, you have to register a new domain name. For that you have to select this option, Register a new domain. And over here just type in the domain name that you want to register. So for example, if I want to register nayashik.com, I can type in Nayashik, and from here I can select .com, .net, .in, .org, any domain name extension. So you can see hundreds of different domain name extensions are available. Now what I would recommend you to do is select your hosting at A2, but don't select your domain name from A2, because there are other options that provide cheaper domain names, and they give many more free options, and it is more better for domain names. So for domain names I would recommend you to use namecheap.com. So go to namecheap.com, and here you can search for that domain. For example, here I was looking for Nayashik for example. So I'll type in nayashik.com. I'll see whether this domain name is available or not. If this domain name is available, you will see this option that this is available, and you can click on this Add to Cart button and add this domain in your cart. Or if this is not available, you will get many more other suggestions like nayashik.xyz.io, .me, so many different domain name extensions. Whichever you want to select, just click on this Add to Cart button, and you can purchase your domain name from Namecheap. So on Namecheap, domain names are very inexpensive, very cheap, and with that you also get very cheap renewal rates. So the renewal rate of these domains are also very cheap or very affordable. And here you get some premium features for free. For example, you get domain privacy for free, and some other features also you get it for free. So make sure to purchase your domain name on namecheap.com. Just make sure to click on Add to Cart, and after that in the next step you have to enter your cart details and purchase this thing. Click on Checkout. And here as you can see, you're getting domain privacy for free. So select this option, click on Confirm Order, and make sure to purchase this domain. Now once you purchase this domain, you can again come back to A2 hosting. Now instead of this option, register new domain name, we have to now select this option, the first one, use your own domain, because we have already registered our domain name on Namecheap, so we want to use our own domain. So whatever domain name you have registered on Namecheap, type in that same domain name over here. Okay, so nayashik.com. Okay, .com. So here I'll type in com, and here Nayashik, and click on this button, use this domain. Now you will be redirected to the next step, and here you will see this is the plan that we have selected, Drive Web Hosting. Now by default 36 months is selected for you because this is the highest discount that you're getting. So if you purchase for 3 years, if you purchase this hosting for 3 years, you'll get a great discount, like huge discount. As you can see, if you purchase for 2 years, you'll get better discount, but if you purchase for 1 year, you'll get this amount. So whatever billing cycle you want to select, you can select that thing. Obviously the higher billing cycle you select, the better discount you'll get. Then when you scroll down, you have to select your server location. Now if you're watching this video from India, from Pakistan, Bangladesh, or any Asian country, you can select Singapore. And if you're watching this video from any European country, you can select Amsterdam. For USA, you can select these two name servers. Now because I'm from India, I'll select Singapore data center location. And for all the other things, make sure none is selected. Auto install application, none. A2 website builder, none. Okay, select this option and click on Continue. Now click on this green checkout button. You will be now redirected to your checkout page. Now on your checkout page, you just have to enter your basic details like your first name, last name, your email address, phone number, all these basic details, your address and everything. If you have a VAT number or a GST number, you can enter that over here so that you get tax credit as well. Now over here, you have to select some password for your account. So choose some password, and obviously under confirm password, type in the same password. So type in your password over here, and under confirm password, type in the same password. Now make sure whatever email address you enter over here on this option and whatever password you select, make sure to remember this email and password, because this email address and password will become your login credentials. So in future, whenever you want to log into your A2 hosting, you will have to enter this email address and password. So make sure whatever you type in over here, make sure to remember that. Now finally scroll down at the bottom, and over here you have to select the payment option. So if you want to make payment through credit card, debit card, or your ATM card, you can select this option, credit debit card. If you want, you can also make payment through PayPal and Skrill. Now most of you guys might be selecting this credit debit card. So just enter your card details like your card name, expiry date, 3-digit CVV number which is given at the back of your card, and whatever the card name is. So whatever your name is on the card. Now for people who are watching this video from India, if you have a RuPay card, because most of the people in India have a RuPay card. Now RuPay is a domestic card which is not accepted anywhere outside India. So if you have a RuPay card, make sure you get your card upgraded to Visa or a MasterCard, because RuPay card is not accepted over here. As you can see, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, all these cards are accepted. So just enter your card details. After that, tick mark this thing, I have read and agreed to terms of service, and click on complete order. Now once you click on that complete order button and make the payment, now you have to come to this website, my.a2hosting.com. And over here you'll see this button, secure client login. Click on that. Now enter your email address and password which you have selected in your previous step, and click on login. Now once you log into your account, you will see this page. Now the very first thing that I want to do is I want to link my Namecheap domain with A2 Hosting. So for that, first of all, log into your Namecheap domain. Now once you log into your account, you will see all the domain names that you have registered. If you don't see them, you can click on domain list. From the left hand side, you'll see those domains. Now for example, I want to use this domain, fahm.in. I want to link this domain with A2 Hosting. So I can select this domain, click on this manage button. And over here, you'll see all the name servers. Okay, you'll see these name servers. Delete these default name servers from here. Okay, then after that, come back to your A2 Hosting account. Click on this account details button. Now you'll see your name servers over here. Just copy your name server number 1. Come back to this website, enter under name server number 1. Similarly, copy your name server number 2. Enter under line 2. Copy your name server number 3. Enter under line 3. And finally, copy your name server number 4 and enter under line 4. Once you do that, you will have to click on this link, this save button. Okay, this check mark, click on that link or that icon. This will save this thing for you. Now, once your domain name is saved, as you can see, it can take up to 24 hours to link your domain name with A2 Hosting. So by that time, we can do few more things. We can actually come back to our account. We can click on this login to cPanel link from here, or you can do one thing, come back. Here also, you'll see this button, cPanel login. Click on that button. Now you'll be logged into your cPanel, your A2 Hosting cPanel. This is how basically it will look. Now the very first thing that you have to see is whether SSL is installed on your domain name or not. So you'll see at the right hand side, you'll see your domain name, primary domain. Besides this, it should say DV certificate, and besides your domain name, you should see this logpad. Now if you see this thing, it means that SSL is successfully installed on your domain name. Or if you don't see this thing, don't worry, you can install SSL certificate by yourself. So you can just click on the search bar, search for SSL, select this option SSL/TLS status. Now here, as you can see, auto SSL is already running. So it already runs and automatically installs SSL on your domain names. So as you can see, wherever you see this green mark, it means that SSL is installed on these domains. Now for you, if it is not already running, you will see a button which says run auto SSL. Click on that button and it will automatically install SSL on your domain name. Hardly takes around 4 to 5 minutes. Now again, come back to your cPanel. And now we can install WordPress on our domain name. So for that, again, click on this search bar, search for Softaculous App Installer. You will see this option, Softaculous App Installer. Select this button. Now you have few apps over here, like as you can see, Joomla, you have WordPress, you have WooCommerce, many different options are given. Now we want to use the plain WooCommerce. So what you can do is from the left hand side, you'll see the search bar. Over here, you can search for WordPress. You will see the very first one, click on that, WordPress. And now click on this install now button. Now the very first thing that you have to do is you have to select your domain name on which you want to install WordPress. So in this example, I'll select this domain, masjid2.nashik.com. Then after that, under choose protocol, make sure HTTPS is selected for you. Now here there will be two options, HTTP and HTTPS. Make sure you have selected this HTTPS one, S for secure. Then after that, you have your site settings. So under site settings, you can give your website some name. So for example, you can give your website some name and you can also describe your website. Okay. Then at the right hand side, you have admin account. So under username and password, something is already set for you. If you don't want this thing, you can delete it. Type in your own username and password. Okay. Hide this thing and type in your own password. Then after that, also delete this email and type in your own personal email address. Okay. Now these things are also important. These admin account details, username and password is also important, because in the next step, whenever you want to log into your WordPress dashboard, you will have to enter this username and password. Now once you do this thing, go ahead at the bottom and click on this install button. Now WordPress has started installing on your domain name. This is a very small process, hardly takes around 10 to 12 seconds. As you can see, it is automatically already completed. Now you'll get two links once it is completed. If you click on the first link, it will basically open your website. So this is how your website is looking right now. If you open the second link, if you click on the second link, this will open your dashboard. So this is how your dashboard should look like. Now this page, this dashboard page is the most important page of your website because you will be controlling your entire website from this page. So whatever you want to do on your website, for example, if you want to change your website style, if you want to manage payments, manage comments, if you want to add a new post, new product, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to land on this page, you can simply type in your domain name. After that, put a /wp-admin. You will land on this page. Now, whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that we have to understand and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So first, let's see them. Now, first of all, under dashboard, you will see few widgets. We don't want them. These are not really useful. So you can click on screen options and you can untick everything from here. All right. Now, at the left hand side, you have few more options. If you click on post, now this post option will be useful to create different blog posts. One is already created for you. As you can see, one demo blog post is already created for you. Hello world. Later on in this video, we'll delete this thing and we'll create our own blog post. Then we have the media option. So whatever media file you have on your website, whatever these images, videos, icons, these media files you have on your website, you can see all of them over here under media library. You can manage them from this page. Then we have the pages option, which will be used to create different pages. So 2 pages are already created for you. So in future, when we want to create the about page, home page, blog page, those pages will be created from here. Then we have the comments option. So whenever there is any comment on your website or any page or any blog post, you will see all those comments in one place. If you want to approve or unapprove them, you can do that. You can reply them. You can even delete those comments. Then we have the appearance option. Now this is a very important option. Now if you see your website right now, this is how it is looking. Now this style, this appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2021 theme. There are 3 themes which are already installed for you, and 2021, this theme is already activated for you. And this design of your website is because of this theme. Now, if you just go ahead and activate some other theme, for example, let's go ahead and activate the 2019 theme. Again, if you come back to your website and refresh it, you'll see your website design is completely changed just by activating some other theme. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes your website style and appearance. Now you should always have only one theme installed and activated. So all these extra themes, you can click on that and delete this thing. Okay, click on this theme and delete it. Now we won't be using this 2019 or 2020 theme. We'll be using some other theme that is also a free theme. That theme will give us this beautiful design. Okay. Now after that, we have the plugins option. Click on that. Here also you'll see few plugins will be automatically installed for you. You can go ahead and delete them. Now we have just seen that theme is the design of the website and plugins. Now what is a plugin? A plugin is basically kind of a software or an add-on that adds extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now we don't have any donation feature, any payment gateway option. We have not integrated any payment option on our website. We don't have this campaign feature and all. So all these features will be added by different plugins. So later on in this video, you'll see we'll be adding different plugins and those plugins will add all these features on our website. So that is basically what a plugin does. Then at the left hand side, you will see settings. Click on that. Now, if you want to update your site title and description or your website name and description, you can do it from here. You can also update your email address. And after that, under membership, make sure you tick mark this thing. Anyone can register. Very important. Make sure this is tick mark. Then you can change your time zone based on your country. I'm from India, so I'll select this Kolkata time zone. Now click on Save Changes again. Now under settings, click on permalinks. And by default, day and name will be selected for you. I would recommend you to select this post name. And after that, click on Save Changes. Okay. Once you do that thing, again, come back to your dashboard. And with this, we have completed all the basic WordPress settings. Right, now let's do one thing. Let's install all the required theme and plugins. So let's start with the theme. So to install a new theme, we'll click on Appearance from the left hand side. Click on this Add New button to add a new theme. Now under this search option, you have to search for charity. Now here you have to select this theme, Bossa Charity. If you don't see this thing, you can actually do one thing. Search for Bossa Charity. Okay, so you'll see the regular Bossa theme. We have to install this one as well. So install this Bossa theme. And after that, once you install this Bossa theme, you have to search for Bossa Charity as well, or Bossa, whatever or however it is pronounced. Okay, so Bossa Charity. Now search for this one. Now you'll see this one. Install both the themes. Now the first theme, the Bossa theme, was the main theme. This is kind of a child theme. Now we have to come back to themes and we have to activate all the themes. First we have to activate this one. Okay, this is the main theme as you can see. And then we have to activate this charity, Bossa Charity theme. Now we can delete this 2019 theme. Select this thing and delete it from here. Now it's time to set up this theme. So we have to click on this button, get started with Bossa Charity. Now as you can see, once you click on this button, it will install and activate few plugins for you. As you can see, the name of those plugins: Kirky, Advanced Import, Keyon Toolset, Elementor, and these themes and these plugins basically. Now once that is done, you will see this page. Now first of all, let's do one thing. Let's click on plugins. Let's see what all plugins are installed and activated for us. As you can see, these all plugins are installed and activated for you. Now we need one more plugin. In fact, we need two more plugins from here. So we can click on add new. Now here search for SINA. Okay. Enter this text. You will see the first plugin, Sina extension for Elementor. Install this plugin. Now once it is installed, don't activate it right now. We need to install one more plugin. After we install that one, we can activate both of them. Now search for contact plugin. The very first plugin you will see, it will be Contact Form 7. Install this one as well. And once both these plugins are installed, you can come back to plugins. And now we can activate both of them. So tick mark Contact Form 7 and this extension plugin. Go to bulk actions, activate and apply. So both these plugins will be activated for you. Okay. And now if you come back to your website and refresh it again, you can see the style of your website is again changed. Okay. Obviously it looks very different, but we'll see how to create a website like this step by step. Now let's start with the home page. Let's first create this home page. So for that you have to come back to pages, click on pages from the left hand side. Delete this sample page, this is not required, delete it. And now add a new page, click on this add new button. Now because we are going to create our home page, let's give it a title of home. So under title, type in home. And we also have to select a template. So under template at the right hand side, you'll see this is your template. Select Elementor full width and publish this page. Now this page is just a regular page. If you open this page in a new tab, as you can see, this is how this page will look like. Now this is just a regular page. This is not your home page. We have named it home, but just by naming it home, it does not become your home page. We have to set this page as our home page. If you click on your website name, as you can see, you're redirected to some other page. And if you again come back to this page, the home page, here at top it says website name / home. So as you can see, it is just a regular page. It is not your home page. So again, come back to your dashboard and we have to set this page as a home page. So for that, we'll hover over settings and click on reading. Now select this option. Your home page displays the second one, a static page, and under home page select the home page that we have just created and click on save changes. Once you do that, again if you come back to your website and refresh it, as you can see, you're still on the same page, but that / home is gone. And if you click on this title, you again come back to this page. Now again come back to pages, and here also, as you can see, now besides your page it says front page, which means that this page is now set as your home page. Now we can edit this page. To design this page, we'll be using the Elementor page builder. So click on this button, edit with Elementor. Now you should see this screen. This is how your Elementor screen will look like. Now first let me explain you what you see on your screen, and after that we can proceed further. So Elementor is a page builder which will help you to design your website. So we don't have to code or anything. We just have to use these elements which are given at the left hand side. So we can use these elements to create a website. And how that is done, if you see any page, whether it's the home page, about page, any other page, you can always see that your pages are divided into different sections. For example, if you see this is your first section, this slider section, then we have the second section, we have this brand section, then we have the icon section, then this, and then so on. So as you can see, we are dividing our website in different sections. Now to create a new section, you click on this plus button and you select how many columns you want in that particular section. So for example, if you want 3 columns, you will select this 3 column option. Now maybe if you want to use button, if you want to add button, you can see when you add any columns and anything at the left hand side, these settings will change. If you again want to come back to elements, you have to click on this 9 dots icon. Click on this icon, you will again come back to this elements page. If you want to use button, drag and drop button over here. And now as you can see, we have added this button, and whenever you use any element, again at the left hand side, you will see settings will change. Now here it says edit button. So this setting is all related to this button. Now every element will have 3 options: content, style and advanced. So whatever element you're using, it will always have 3 options. For example, let's use this icon element. If I drag and drop icon over here, you can see, you will see this icon. If you click on this icon, again this will also give you these three options: content, style and advanced. So all the elements have the three options. Now under content, you just change the content. For example, if you want to change the icon, you select some other icon. Maybe let's select this icon, click on insert, icon change. Under style, obviously you change the style. For example, you change the color, or if you want to change the size, rotation, all these things will be changed from here. Okay, basically the styling of this content, you can rotate it like this. And under advanced, you can add some padding, margin, you can add motion effects. If you want to add any in animation, as you can see, you can add these animations. You can change the background positioning, responsive, all these things. So we are going to use this Elementor page builder to design this website. Now let me do one thing. Let me delete everything. Let's start from scratch. Okay, now let's create our first section, which is the slider section. So to create this section, we'll come back to this option and we'll click on this plus button, add a single row, single column, and inside this thing we'll add this slider. So again, come back to elements, click on this 9 dots icon and search for slider element. Okay, you should see this one, signer banner slider. Drag and drop this element over here. Now sometimes you might not be able to do that. As you can see, when I try to drag and drop it over here, it does not work. Now the reason is because we are using this header and that is going above that header. So just for now we can do one thing, and even if you try to click on this thing, this is not working because it is going beyond header. So to fix this thing, you can use this option, navigator option. If you see at the bottom left corner of your screen, navigator, click on that. Now here this will give you this navigation. Now if you click on section, as you can see, you have the edit section at the left hand side. Now I just want to do one thing. I want to go to advanced under edit section, and over here I want to add some margin at top just for now, because we are not able to click on this section. So what I'll do is at top I'll add maybe 150 pixels. Okay, now as you can see, this is come at, below. Now we can use this thing, we can add anything under this option. So again, if you search for slider, use this one, sign up banner slider, drag and drop it over here. Now as you can see, you're able to do that. Now this is the default look of this slider. Let's open the first option. First we have to upload some image. Now let me do one thing. Let me delete the second one. We just want one. First let's play around with the first option, and after that we can duplicate the first one and create our second slide. First thing we need over here is this image. So you can do one thing. You can go to this website unsplash.com, and another website is pexels.com. Now these two are free websites. So from these websites you can use and you can download free professional high resolution images. So whatever your need is, for example, if you're searching for church, maybe you're creating this website for church, but if you don't have a good picture, so you can search for church over here. And now as you can see, you will get so many professional images related to that. If you're searching for charity, you can search for charity. Again, as you can see, so many free professional images are given to you. If you're searching for Africa, for example, as you can see, hundreds of different free images. And if you see this image, this is the image that we are using on our website. Okay, if you scroll down, we have used this image over here. Okay, so you can download these free images from here. If you're searching for mosque, let's search for mosque as well. As you can see, all these beautiful professional high quality images for absolutely free. So you can use these images. You just need to click on these images. So for example, let's see, let's suppose that we want to install or we want to download this one. So you can click on this and you can click on download free, or if you want to download a different size, you can click on this drop down icon. And as you can see, we have large size, medium size, small size, whatever size image you want, you can select that thing. If you want medium size, you can select this. This image will be downloaded for you. As you can see, it is downloaded for you. So you can use these websites for free professional images. Similarly, you can go to Pexel and you can do the same thing over here. Now, because I've given you these images, you can just use those images. Click on choose image and upload the image that you want. So I'll go to media and I'll upload all the images at once. So we don't have to do it one by one. I'll just select everything, click on open. Now, once you upload all these images, you can now select whatever image you want. So we want to use this image, for example. So we'll select this and click on insert media. As you can see, the background images change. You can do a lot more things. We'll see that under styling. First, let's add all the content. Now the title. The title, if you see at top here, it says donate to contribute. So I'll type in the same thing over here. Under title, we'll type in donate to contribute. As you can see at top. Then after that, we have the subtitle, and here it says let's build the better world together, or whatever you want, you can type in that thing. I'm just copying and pasting everything from this demo website. So again, I'll copy this thing, come back to this website. This is our subtitle, so it will come under subtitle. Replace it with this text, and at the bottom we have this description, so copy this one as well. Again, come back to your website and paste it under description. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it displays. Now we can control this button 1 and button 2. So button text 1, primary button text. Here it says donate fund. So instead of learn more, I'll type in donate fund. Now the second button says read more. Okay, so I'll select the secondary button, which is over here, type in read more. Okay, now we'll see the link and everything later on, because we have not yet created any donation page or read more page. So, or basically a donation page or about page, so we don't have that option. We'll add the links later on. Then after that, we want to align everything at the left hand side. So under alignment, select left, everything aligned to the left hand side. Now primary button. Now here if you want some icon for the button, for example, if you want to, let's select this icon. Okay, this crown icon, you can select, and you can see this icon is now displaying. So if you want any icon, if you want it to display this thing at the left hand side, you can do that thing as well. You can increase or decrease the spacing of this icon. So everything can be done from here. Okay, I don't want this icon, so I'll just delete it like this. Similarly, you can do the same thing for secondary button. Now under slider settings, if you want to do something, for example, we are using overlay. So overlay is on. If you off this thing, so under overlay, what happens is we add some overlay, or at top of this image, we add some color. As you can see, this is the color that we are adding. We are adding the black color, but we are decreasing the transparency. If you want to increase the transparency, now as you can see, everything is dark black. If you decrease the transparency, this is how it will look like. So that is what we are doing. Okay, you can increase or decrease the transparency. By default, I think it is 0.8. Okay, so it is 80%, I guess. So as you can see, 0.00080. If you increase or decrease this thing, at the end of this thing, whatever you see, that is the percentage. So I'll keep it at 80. Okay, now come back. Now if you want dots at the bottom, for example, if I add one more slide, if I just duplicate this slide, now as you can see, it will add these dots at the bottom. It will also add these arrows. Now I don't want any dots, so I'll make the dots off. I do want arrows, so I don't want to make that thing off. I'll just change the style of this arrow. Okay, like this one. Now again, let me go back to slides and delete the bottom one. I just wanted to duplicate this thing just to show you this arrow and dots. We can cut that thing. Now come back to style. Let's start styling this thing. Now the very first thing that we want to do is we want to add some height. So for this, I want to add 800 height. Okay, now as you can see, this is how it will look like. Then you can add some padding from all the sides. So let's do one thing from top. Let's add 260 pixels so that we don't have to add that extra padding under the row that we have added at the beginning. Now at the right hand side, I want to add 470. Okay, because here as you can see, we have a lot of space at the right hand side. Then at the bottom, I want to add 220, and at the left hand side, we want to add 150. So we want to add this left side 150 spacing, padding basically. Now because we have this thing, now we can click on this edit section. Earlier at the very beginning, we added this margin. We don't want this margin at top. Now we can cut this thing. We can make it 0, and we can go to layout. We can make it full width. So under content width, select full width, and under column gap, select no gap. Okay, now as you can see, this is 100% full width. Now let's again come back to sliders. So click on this slide. Now it's time to style this title. So select this title. Here as you can see, this is how your title is looking. Everything is capital letter. Everything is uppercase. Okay, as you can see, donate to contribute. And we have some different styling. So we'll select this option. We can change, if you want, you can even change the color. I don't want to do that. Select typography. Click on this pencil button to edit the typography. Now for the font family, you can keep it at default, or you can change the font family as well. Now I want to change this font family to Poppins. So I'll select this option and search for Poppins. Okay, the default also is Poppins, but for you, if it is not Poppins, you can change that thing to Poppins. Then we have to change the size of this thing. It is very big. I don't want this big. As you can see, the title over here is very small on our demo website. So I'll change this thing to 16 pixels. And as I said you earlier, we want to make everything uppercase. So under transform, we want to select uppercase. Then after that, if you come back, you will see under margin bottom, we have added 15. Okay, so make sure it is 15. Now let's see the subtitle. Select this option, third option, subtitle. Now again, you can change the color if you want. Select the typography. Now if you see, the style of the subtitle is totally different. Okay, the font family is different. So first let's change the font family. Select this option. We don't want pop-ins, we want Playfair display. If you search for this option, you will see Playfair display. We want this font family over here. We also want to increase the size of this thing. So instead of 30, let's make it 66. And we want to make it bolder. So under weight, select 900. Now as you can see, very dark, very bold. If you select 100, it will be very light. We want to make it 900. Now as you can see, there is no line height. So let's add some line height as well. So instead of pixels for line height, I want to select EM. So click on the second option, EM. And under this option, type in 1.2. So basically 1.2 EM. This is how it will look like. Now select your description. So again, if you come back, you will see your description. Select this option. This also we want to make sure that it is Poppins. So select this option, font family, and type in Poppins over here. Okay, it is already Poppins as you can see because it did not change. So the default font family is Poppins. Now I just want to increase the size a little bit. Instead of 16, let's make it 17. And I don't want this bolder. I want to make it a little bit lighter. So weight will select 300. Okay, this is how it should look like. Now select the button. So we have two buttons, primary and secondary. First select the first one, primary button. Now here if you want to change the text color, you can do that. We want to change the background color. We don't want this blue color. We want this orange color. So what I'll do is I'll right click over here just to see the color code. Click on inspect. So here as you can see the background color is FFA026. I'll copy it, paste it over here. Okay, like this. And I'll do one more thing. I'll add this color in my global color so that next time when I want to use this color, I don't have to type in this thing. I don't have to remember the color code and all. So for that, you can click on this plus button, add global color, and I'll give it a name of orange. Okay, click on create. Now we can also change the typography. So select this typography. Let's increase the size of this to 16 because as you can see, this was very small. So let's make it 16. Let's make it a little bit bolder at 600. We don't want any line height, so make it 0. Make sure there is no line height or anything over here, just make it 0. We want to add padding. So if you see padding option, it should be over here as you can see padding. Let's add padding of 13 from top and bottom. So if you add 13 as you can see from top and bottom and 32 from left and right. Okay, so this is how it is looking. Now I think we can do one thing. We can go back to typography and change the line height to maybe 25. Okay, so that we have this, a little bit bigger. Now we also want to do one more thing. We want to make it rounded. Okay, like this one. So for that we have to increase the radius. You'll see this radius over here. Type in 50 under radius. This is how you will see this design. Now if you want to do one more thing, if you want to change the hover style, for example, when somebody hovers over this button, for example, if you bring your mouse cursor to this button, the background color changes to some dark, orange color. So for that you can click on this option. At top you will see just below typography normal. Then we have the hover. Select hover and select background color. Okay, select this classic option. And we have already added this orange color. So I'll click on this globe icon, add this orange color and make it a little bit darker. Okay, so maybe I'll select this color code. Now if I hover this, as you can see, it becomes darker. So you can have this style if you want. Now let's select the secondary button. So select the secondary option. Again, for this also change the typography to the same thing. Make it 16 pixels, 600 width, a little bit bolder. And for line height, we can make it 25. And for padding also, we have to do the same setting because both the buttons are very similar. So under border radius, we'll make it 50. Then we have the padding, again 13, 32. So 13 from top and bottom and 32 from left and right. Now we don't want this style for this one. We want, this style. As you can see, the background is transparent. We just have this border. So for that, we'll do one thing. We'll select the background, which is this background color. As you can see, select this. To make it transparent, you have to select the second option, the bottom option. Bring it at extreme left so that it becomes transparent. Let's see. Okay, it is at top, this one. Okay, select this background and bring it at left. As you can see, now this is transparent. We also want to add borders. So select this option, border type, make it solid and maybe not 1. Let's add 2 pixels. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now for this also, if you want to change the hover style, so when somebody hovers over this thing, it changes to this orange color. We can do that thing as well. Again, go at top, select hover, select background type, color, click on this globe icon, select the orange color. Border, for border also we want to do the same thing. As you can see, when somebody hovers over this, background color changes, border color is still white. So for border also we have to change that thing. Here it is border color. As you can see, select this globe icon, select orange. Now when somebody hovers over this, as you can see, we get this style. So this is how this is done. Now the final thing is left in this slider. If you see at the bottom, you will see nav and dot. So this arrow and dot. First, let's add one more slide so that we can see those arrows. Here it is. Okay. Now let's style this navigation. Okay. So we'll come back over here. If you see the arrow over here is this, we have a transparent background color and the color of the border and the icon is this orange color. Okay. That is this style. So we'll select this background color. We'll make it transparent like this. Then we'll select the arrow color and we'll make it orange. Now if I say this thing, as you can see, this is background is gone. We have orange arrow. Now we also want to add border. So we'll select border type solid. We'll add maybe 2 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Okay, like this. We can do one more thing for border also. We want it circular or rounded. So we'll increase the radius. Okay. Nav next radius, nav previous radius, make it 50. Okay. For next also, for previous also. Now if you see, we have this style. Okay. This is how it looks like. Now you can simply go ahead, go to content and select the second option and just change the content. So once you style this thing, you can simply go ahead and change the content. For example, instead of this, if you want some other, maybe if you want this image, we'll select this image. Similarly, if you want to change the title or anything, you can go ahead and change the title, change the description, subtitle, everything can be changed from here. All right. So this is how it is done. Now click on update. So whenever you do any changes on your website, always make sure to click on this green update button. Now let's create a second section. So for that, again, we'll come back over here at the bottom. Click on this plus button to add a new section. And here, let's see. Again, we need a single row, single section. So we'll add a single section, single column. Now in this, we want to add the brands option or brands element. So search for brand. You should see this one, sign up brand carousel, drag and drop it over here. Now this will give you this default icons. You can click on this. Okay, you can click on this option, click on YouTube. Maybe I don't want this. Maybe let's delete bottom 3. I don't want YouTube. So I'll select this option and I'll add my own brand over here. You can add a brand link as well. So if somebody clicks on this thing, they will be redirected to that particular page. Okay. So if somebody clicks on this icon, they will be redirected to that link. So if you want to add any link, you can click on that thing. Let's add another item. Click on add item. Let's add maybe some other option. Second option. Similarly, add item. Add one more option. Add more option if you want. So we have around 5. So let's add one more. Click on this plus button. Okay, select this option. Now, how many do you want to display? So if you scroll down, you will see this under carousel settings. How many do you want to display? So maybe if you want to display 4 or if you want to display 3 at a time, you can select that option as well. Whether you want to make it autoplay, hover on, if we want to pause this thing on hover. So when you hover this thing, it will pause. Mouse drag, touch drag. We want to use these options. If you want to make it centered, you can select the center option. Now it's time to style this thing. Go to style. If you see over here, the styling and everything is simple. We just want to change the background color of this thing. And the background color is this color, F8, FAFF. So we can come over here. We can select this edit section. This 6 dots icon at top, edit section, select that thing. Go to style, change the background type, select this background type and change and basically paste in this color. Again, let's add this color. I'll name it BG color because we'll be using this color as well many a times. So select this option. We can do one more thing. We can add some padding at top and bottom. So for that, come to advanced and let's add padding at top. So maybe 50 pixels at top. Okay, this will add this padding at top of 50 pixels. If you want to select this option, if you want to add more options instead of 50, if you want to add 70 or anything like that, you can do it. Again, click on update and make sure to update this page, save this page. Now let's create this section. So for that, again, we'll click on this plus button, add a single row and column. Now very top, we have this title. Okay, we have a subtitle and then we have a title. For that, we'll use this Sena title. Search for title.